Hey everyone, Jen O'Sullivan here, and I'm going to share with you how to create a more enhanced environment to get X39 to work better for you. So if we're going to look at the X39 to use it, and we're really serious about our health, and I'm serious about getting better, then we're going to need to really consider what I'm doing to create success in that, right? You don't start like a weight reduction program or a new diet and do that all the while sabotaging yourself somewhere else, right? We tend to think about, when someone's working out, I always joke about women. Women are better off dieting than they are exercising. Now you think, what? No, really, you'll lose more weight if you change what you're eating faster than if you exercise. However, if you actually start exercising daily, there's effort involved. And for whatever reason, that creates this I want to eat healthier. I want to do better. You feel better. You have endorphins, right? So they play off of each other. Now, when it comes to X39, there are some keys to success. And some people can use this and not change a thing and find all sorts of success. Other people, there's a couple things to consider. There's internal things happening maybe that are happening faster than the external, so you don't feel it. Now remember, I didn't feel my digestive system healing. I didn't feel my vision changing. I can't feel an astigmatism reversing. I didn't feel like a lot of things, my gums like growing back. I had receding gums. I didn't feel that. I saw that on labs like 9, 10, 12 months later. You see what I mean? So sometimes you're not going to feel things, and that's okay. But what are some of the keys to success? Well, you do need to drink more water. And remember, what we're trying to create in our system is we're trying to remove some of the acid. Okay, acid creates more inflammation. Inflammation creates acid. It's kind of this two-way street. It creates problems with this product to work faster for you. So the more inflammation you have, the more problems you have, the longer it's going to take. But if we hydrate our cells better, because this works at the mitochondrial level, that is what we're going to see better effects. Okay, and this is so important that we need to hydrate, but not only hydrate, we need to balance our electrolytes. So that usually means getting a little bit more potassium. Okay, that's an important factor, but also magnesium. Many of you who are on, say, multiple, medications are going to notice that maybe, oh, what's going on? Why is my potassium? Why am I low in potassium? Well, because medications often deplete magnesium and potassium. These are common things that happen. So we need to just make sure we're getting balanced electrolytes, not just take a potassium supplement or eat an avocado or a banana. You need to balance them out. So part of that is sometimes just getting a pre-established electrolyte drink mix like Redmond's Relight or Ultima Hydration, right? There's a couple different ones you can look at. But the other element here is copper absorption. And some of you actually don't absorb copper well. You could even be taking a copper supplement. But in order for you to know, you can't come back at me with like a bratty comment saying like, well, I don't want to go in and get my copper levels checked and these patches aren't working. I've had that happen before actually today. And it's sort of interesting to me because I think it's very inexpensive to go get your copper levels checked. And it's not that big of a deal. Okay, I don't see why it's like such a hardship to go get your copper. I'm talking about to the people that this product you're telling me it's not working. I'm like, get your copper levels checked because if you have any MTHFR or any deficiency, like you're having a hard time absorbing things. There's so many of you have completely damaged your system. Maybe you're 50 or 60 or 70 and you think, well, I should be fine. Well, guess what? You're not. You live in this world and we're deficient in a lot of things and our body is not absorbing things properly. So maybe you take a supplement, but you're not getting it right. You're not having bioavailable copper. So there's all sorts of things. You might be a vegan or a vegetarian not getting the proper glycine and lysine. So I want you just to know there's different things to do. You can go in and get lab works and check up. Again, this is only to help you better see results, okay? One of the fastest ways to see results though is to use X39 with Eon together for at least the first 2 or 3 months. Why? Because most of our problem is inflammation or stress or both. If that's you, stress and or inflammation, you need both of these because Healthy cellular activity will go to work first on inflammation. If you have excess inflammation, guess what? It's going to go to work there first, and it's never going to get to the things that you want it to get to work on. Okay, you're going to end up like 9, 10 months down the road, and finally you're like, okay, I'm feeling a little better, but still, it's like the garden hose on the forest fire, and then you're having gasoline all over the place everywhere else. So it's like, what are we doing here? So we want to give you guys the best ability to heal your body, give it the best chance. And so this is why some of us are eating poorly, you're eating fast food, this is not like you don't have to change everything in your life. But I'm talking to the people that maybe are saying, "Hey, I'm that one weirdo that if the product doesn't work, it's going to be me." You know, there's a 4% chance. Do you know how small that is in this industry? 96% of people that use this product see full on amazing results. And that's within the first year. You need to commit to a year. If your goal is to be on this for 30 days and check it out, bye. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just stupid. Okay. I'm just trying to help you understand that that is like really bad to think that I've been living for me 51 years. I've eaten fast food and garbage and I've damaged my system. I smoked when I was in college, I did things that I shouldn't have done. I, overate, got, problems with different things. And I'm going to expect this to work. My whole body's going to be perfect in 30 days. I mean, come on. It takes you 4 months just for your blood to recycle. So why aren't you even just giving it a year? Because that's realistically where we see the most changes. And some of you are sitting there saying, I'm going to be on this for a year and I haven't seen any results. And it's like, well, that's not true. You need to find out. So that means go and get your labs done. If you've been on it for 120 days for 4 months and you legit are like, I don't feel any difference, go off it for 2 weeks. Go off all patches for 2
Codependency. Codependency is an addiction to taking
weeks. What will that do? It will show you if it was working. It will show you're going to start feeling achy again, more so than maybe you are now. You're going to start getting that brain fog back. Your age is going to start to happen again. You're actually going to start snowballing in your normal aging process. If after 2 weeks you're like, don't feel any different, I would go in and get labs done. You probably are not absorbing something. And if you don't have one of the four ingredients, guess what? It's not going to work for you. Again, 4% of you. It's not very many of you. But the 4% of you are loud. You're like annoyingly loud. You're like, it doesn't work for me. This product's lame. And I'm like, what are you talking about? 96% of people have these miraculous results. But you've got all this negative energy surrounding you that is like, oh, but how long have you been on it? A month. Oh, here we go. Right? It's like, come on, you guys. You've got to give yourself a chance. So if after 120 days, that's only 4 months, you're like, I legit don't think this is working, go off it for 2 weeks. If after 2 weeks you still don't notice anything, meaning a decline, I want you to go get your labs done. Check to see if you have copper absorption. It's so simple. And that's it. Because you know if you're eating meat and eggs, that's glycine and lysine. You get enough of that in a normal diet. If you're vegan or vegetarian, then there's a hole. Okay. So I'm hoping that this is going to help some of you. But what I just find that like the people who are out there being real aggressively rough about it are just the very few 4% who are probably doing it wrong. And I guarantee it's like I sit here and work with people. There's been one person in my entire time that I've actually, and it was just recently that I actually said, maybe you shouldn't be on this product. Because there's so much negativity surrounding it. It's like, I'm trying to help you, and you're saying yes to all of this, but have you gone in and got your labs done? Are you actually giving it a shot? Because 6 days is not a shot, 30 days is not a shot. You see what I mean? So some of us are just expecting miracles right out the gate. That usually doesn't happen for people. That is every once in a while, there's a one patch wonder and it's amazing. But most of us, it's like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, and the clouds part. Okay. This is how your body heals. It's just how it works. So give it some time.